August 1987. The Stones Bitter Rugby League Championship game between Leeds at home to Wigan. Headingley looking in lovely condition this afternoon. Half the pitch bathed in sunlight. Lovely autumnal day, a rather strong breeze blowing from left to right as the Wigan side take the field. Wigan today showing several changes. Full-back is Hansen. Gill is supposed to be at number 2. We're not quite sure which wing he's going to play on. Russell is at number 3. Hanley had been brought out of the pack to number 4 as Lydon not playing today, having failed to pay his fine and so under suspension. Byrne on the other wing to Gill. At standoff, Sean Edwards. Scrum half, Gregory. At 8, young Lucas up against Big Dunks. Case back at 9 after injury. 10, Brian Case. 11, young Gildart. 12, Potter. And 13 today as Hanley's in the 3 quarters. At 13 is Andy Goodway. Wigan substitutes. Marshall, who had such a good game in the 9s on Wednesday, and the other substitute for Wigan in the forwards is Graham West. The Leeds team looking a very strong outfit this afternoon. No changes at all from that published in the programme. At full-back is Gurr. Number 2 is Morris. Number 3 Schofield. Very expensive signing from Hull. At 4 is Jackson and at 5 Bassett. Creaser at standoff, Wilson at scrum half. 8 is Tunks, the captain. 9 is Maskell and 10 Lee Crooks, another very expensive buy. In the second row at 11 is Roy Powell. At 12, Medley, who had such a good international, and at loose forward is David Heron. Substitutes for Leeds, Lyons 14 and Gibson at 15. The referee for this afternoon's game, Mr. Smith of Halifax. Players in the centre of the field now, Hanley and Dunks tossing. And it looks as if Wigan will be playing from left to right with the kick-off. Going to be taken by Creaser for Leeds, so Wigan must have won the toss, elected to play from left to right. Creaser setting it up in the centre of the field. In what promises to be a really good hard game of football along the deck. Bounces nicely for Gregory, bringing Gill inside. Gill playing out on the right wing. Byrne gone out over to the left. Gill with a 2 on his back. Short pass on to Case. Case trying to clear his 25. Taking the forwards with him. Case waiting behind to play the ball. Wigan forwards coming, turning onto it. Good strong straight run by Lucas. Coming in hard onto that. Wigan getting ready for the kick as Edwards behind the defence. But Gurr is well back in position on his own 25. Goodway's up there. Wigan up quickly, Gildart into the tackle. As it's come back to Jackson. Jackson running wide, running cross field and not gaining any ground. Maskell waiting for the play of the ball. Maskell on to Crooks. Crooks coming hard down the middle. Good run by Crooks. Maskell and now Tuxie driving in. Wigan waiting as Edwards forces under the big overlap as Creaser turns down the field over the 25 line. And Wigan having to backpedal, and that was a good break by Leeds. Hot on the attack now inside the Wigan 25. Long passing on to Heron. Heron moving it across onto Crooks. Crooks turning it back inside. The referee says 5 tackles have gone just inside the Wigan 25. A lot of eagerness as Maskell out to Schofield, who tries to drop goal. It's going to roll dead. Hansen coming it across way off the target. The Wigan come back to their own 25, but Leeds look very menacing in that early attack. Kiss on to Byrne, who's come in from the wing. Byrne running into Crooks, who bounces him down, helped by Tunks. Wigan packed tightly at the play of the ball as Case coming hard and straight. fighting his way outside the 25. Now it's Gildart. Good run by Gildart. Gains himself a lot of ground. Now Gregory coming up to get a move going. Flings a long one back to Hampson. Hampson hoists it high into the 22. Behind Gurr, and it rolls over to the touchline. And it's in. The great kick. Couldn't quite see whether Gurr touched it before it went over the touchline. And it's Wigan's feed. Gurr must have just tapped it into touch. So Wigan now in a good attacking position, 20 yards out, and it will be Wigan to feed the scrum. No, it's been handed over to Wilson. Wilson puts it in, hanging in the pack. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards holding it onto Goodway. He wasn't packing down, was wide out. Edwards to Gregory. Gregory holding it, jumping, trying to dance his way through the middle. Carissa hanging on to him. Leeds moving up quickly into the Wigan line out. Wigan ready for a move with Edwards at first pass. Edwards turning it back inside. Lucas out of the game. Good clean tackling. Comes out to Gregory. Gregory has to fall on the ball. The referee said it's gone forward. He was turning to take that pass. He was facing sideways. Made a bit of a mess of it. So it'll be Wilson once more to put the ball into the pack. Referee on the narrow side of the scrum as the heads go down. And it shoots out the side of the scrum. Scrum half's fighting for it, but it's Wilson who gets it. Heron waiting behind to play the ball. Gregory hanging on to him. Lucas came across. The crowd oohed a bit, but there was no connection. Wingman Basnet running crossfield into the centre. No penetration from him. As the ball goes out and Tunch is picked up and bounced down. Good strong tackling by the Wigan forward as Goodway went in. Now Crooks kicks behind the Wigan defence. It could well. Hampson taking it well on the touchline. Hampson just knocks his man flying, happy to die with it. Burn behind to play the ball, turns it inside onto Hanley. Hanley running into the centre of the field. Kiss waiting behind to play the balls. Gregory holds it on to Edwards. Edwards bringing Russell in. Russell running back, but the defence is very strong and very tight. Wigan forwards packed close together as it comes to Gregory. Gregory only wasn't ready for it. He held it too long and then threw it when it wasn't in. Wigan have lost possession. Now it's Powell driving his way up to the halfway line. Maskell waiting for the play of the ball. Gets it out onto Crooks. Crooks going round the narrow side, down the touchline, on the halfway line. Leeds moving it across. Wigan have moved in quickly, forcing them back. And ball's been taken. Kiss has won it. Kiss looking for support, but he can't get rid of it. Referee says it's the first tackle as Kiss gets up. Lucas lobs a high one onto Case. Case coming in hard, and the tackling is fierce. It's very torrid stuff out there as Gregory comes up. Gregory short one. Lucas going at them. The referee said it was a forward pass. Lined up very close, taking a short one. Wigan lost a bit of advantage there. So it's going to be once more Leeds to put the ball in right on the halfway line. Front rows miss each other. Leeds not down properly, and that looked like a bit of feeding. The pack's wheeling all over the place, and the referee orders a re-scrum. Wigan wheeled the pack very well there to stop Leeds hooking the ball. They had it but couldn't get it out. Wilson coming away from the scrum with the ball, but he couldn't get it cleanly. Once more the ball's come out the side, and Gregory's run it, gets up quickly. Caught in possession, very quick round the scrum there to get that ball from the side onto Gildart. Gildart coming hard and straight. A good run by Gildart. Sent Powell flying. Comes out to Gregory. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards doing the run around. Back to Gregory. And we're going to throw. It goes to Hanley. Hanley has support to Hampson. We're going to score. A great try by Wigan as Hampson goes over. Wigan cut through so beautifully. Nice combination among the half-backs. Set it up for Wigan. And Hampson goes over to give Wigan the lead of 4 points to 0 after just 5 minutes play. As we look at that again in retrospect, we see it's the determination and strength of Gregory round the scrum that gets possession for Wigan, that sets the try up. Gildart then sucks the defence in and takes them on, and from the resultant play the ball, kisses over there, and we get the run around from the half-backs, which makes a split open. Good way, of course, as ever, coming down the middle with good backing up and fast, accurate handling, brings Wigan the great try to Hampson as he goes over. Woodway did well in the line out, but it was set up round to play the ball by the half-backs doing the run around. Now Gill, almost dead straight, and it just crawls over, but it's 2 points to make it now. Leeds 0, Wigan 6. After some very early pressure by Leeds, Wigan come right back into it. Position had been set up very well by Gildart with a good straight run down the middle, and from the resultant play the ball, Wigan got the points on the board as Creaser now takes a short one. Gildart makes absolutely sure, running into the defence, and he's bundled over and he's lost the ball. Jackson wins it. Wigan lost possession, and Wigan offside at the play the ball. Just outside the 25, and it could well be that they're going to kick for goal. Creaser being called up, touch judge being signalled to go behind the posts. 7 minutes gone, Wigan leading by 6 points to 0 as the sand is brought on for Creaser to try and reduce the arrears. Wigan, having lost the ball in the tackle, on the first tackles, given Leeds a chance to get some points on the board. About 10 yards to the left of the post as he looks down to that end of the ground, playing from right to left. Round the corner kicker, not very far, just a step to the left as he comes up, kicking from the left-hand side of the field. He hoists it high and through, a good kick. Leeds 2, Wigan 6. Well, Wigan paid the penalty for having come up too quickly and to play the ball. Line missing today to do the kicking, so it's Hampson's task. Tries a hard one, well positioned and well covered by Leeds, right on their own try line. Gurr trying to run it out, he's down on the 25, he's up very quickly for the play the ball. Maskell moving it out, strong running by Medley. Wigan coming hard, there's no messing with the tackling. Byrne came in well, Wigan moving up quickly. And at the moment, Leeds are moving cross-field, but they're very quick at the play the ball. There's a big gap in the Wigan line-out, and it's been spotted as Creaser sent a short one, and Leeds have made the break. Bags of support inside, and Hampson does just enough to halt the move, and that was good play. Bit of mauling going on in the tackle, and Byrne, who'd come in from the far wing, is penalised for lying on. But Leeds came through very well there with bags of support, and just as it looked as if Creaser had made it through the Wigan ranks, Hampson took his ankle. Byrne was over to complete the tackle. Hanley having a word with the referee, asking what it's all about, but Wigan touch judge wanted him to go back 10 yards, but they're at least 12 yards away from where the kick is being taken. One can see the 10-yard marking outside the 25 line. Touch judge now going behind the post. 6-2 to Wigan as Creaser, and his last kick was a beauty. There were bags of power and extremely accurate. It went over right in the middle and extremely high. Creaser once more taking a lot of care with this penalty. And a couple of times now Wigan have been cracked right down the middle, and Leeds backing up extremely well, supporting the man with the ball. Creaser kicking into the wind. Up he comes, he's hoisted it high, and he's missed. Hampson running it out, bringing it away, up to the 25 line. Ball hung in the air as Kiss moves it on to Case. Case doing the hard grafting work. Number 10 still on his feet, eventually has to go down to a tattle by Powell. Gill's come up, Gill dummies, gets it on to Lucas, and Lucas was bounced down. Wigan on to Gregory, Gregory tries a kick. Basnett has it well covered, Basnett going into midfield. Russell takes him low and round the ankle, takes him well. Maskell to Crooks. Crooks running crossfield, straightens up, trying to get his pass in. His arms are locked, he can't get rid of it. Maskell to Tunks, big hefty prop, and Tunks coming strongly, and he's taken cleanly and low. Maskell out onto Heron. Heron dumbing it, trying, and Heron's broken through. He has support from Creaser, and he turned back inside, and they're over. Scores a level. Creaser did well there to turn the ball back inside, and that levels the score. And there's a weakness in the centre of the Wigan defence, down the middle, and that makes the scores level at 6 each, and we have all the makings of a cracking game as Crooks gets the try for Leeds. As we look at that again, we see Wigan under pressure, having to put the kick in, Gregory having to belt it down the field, trying to get away from his own try line. So possession was given back to Basnett, and then the forwards took it on, drove into the Wigan defence, and Wigan were in a bit of trouble here, and then there was some good running as Tonks once more showing a lot of power, brought them in. And as the ball was moved out wide, we see a nice dummy from Heron. He goes with a very strong handoff, makes the gap onto Creaser, who backed him up well, and Crooks inside him, following through, and that was an extremely good try to Leeds. All well. Wigan having a council of war in the in-goal area. Creaser, chance for another goal here, scores level at 6 each. Having just missed one, has another chance here, and he's pulled it badly. Very poor effort, one that he should have got that, so we come back to the centre after 12 minutes play with the scores level at 6 each. Leeds combining well, and a bit of weakness in the centre of the defence, of Wigan's defence. Leeds coming down the middle of the field and splitting Wigan open. Hampson sets it up. Tries a long one, it's going to be covered on the try line, caught cleanly. Leeds bringing the ball away, Wigan solid wall up there as Gildart goes into the tattle with Kiss and Potter. And Wigan offside again at the play of the ball, referee wanting them back, saying they're moving up too quickly. Medley drops it onto the floor, Crooks the kick down the Wigan left wing. Makes no mistake, doesn't gain a lot of ground, right up to the roof of the stands. Maskell 10 yards in his own half, running it across field, very ineffective as it Morris came inside. Morris plays it to himself, gains about 5 yards of ground. Maskell changing direction, prop forwards dummying, Tunks being held, managed to slip his pass in onto Medley. Medley going back into the middle of the field, and Wigan going very hard. Lucas really put his shoulder into that tackle. Wild pass comes on to Wilson, and at the moment looking a little bit disorganised, the Leeds. Loose play there. Now Crooks puts in a good kick along the floor, a good grubber kick, finds touch just outside the Wigan 25, steadies his side down a little bit. They were got a little untidy round the play of the ball. So it will be Wigan to feed, 8 yards outside their own 25. Heads not in properly, Kiss can't get in. As the forwards met each other very, very strongly. And Wigan have lost it with the put-in. Comes to Creaser. Long one out to Gurr. Gurr moving it on to Schofield. Being followed by Hadley. And Hadley hangs on to him, puts him down. Passing it, waiting behind the play of the ball. Jackson running at Edwards. Edwards and Russell hang on to him and have a job putting him down. And Edwards has won the ball. Gregory waiting behind the play of the ball. Short pass on to Hampson. Hampson holding it. On to Gale. Gale. Unfortunate there, if only his footing. He'd broken the fence the first time. Gale back to Gregory. Long one to Edwards. Edwards to Case. Case. Short one on to Hanley. Hanley dumming. Back on to Goodway. Goodway taken from behind. And the referee is giving an obstruction. I think he was judging that he'd taken Hanley before he got the ball. So Wigan getting a penalty, Hampson to take it down the Leeds right wing. Hampson makes a good kick, good touch finding kick, touch judge marks it 10 yards inside the half as Kiss comes up with Gregory on his right. He goes on his own onto Gregory, Gregory looking for support. Long one onto Goodway, onto Hanley. Hanley onto Russell, Russell going hard, bringing Gill inside. Gill struggling, dancing, dummying to give it inside. Onto Gill. Caught, and there's no mirage. Hanley has to rush over onto Edwards and decides he's going to go out to Russell. Russell holding it, gets it onto Gill. He's faced by his opposite number and he's showing great strength out on this right wing. Russell holding his shoulder after that tackle. Wigan trying to stretch him as Gregory holds it. Gregory dumming. Leeds are in the Wigan line now, and Gregory's getting hammered as the defence go into him. Comes out to Edwards, Edwards holding it onto Hanley to Russell, turning inside. Referee says 5 gone as Kiss gets it to Edwards, out to Gale. Gale coming inside, lobs it on onto Kiss. Kiss onto Case, and Case is bounced down, and that's the 6th tackle. Going to be the rollover. Wigan tried to keep it moving. Maskell across onto Medley. Medley going cross field in his own 25. Maskell to Crooks. Crooks coming hard and strong. Wigan having 3 of them hanging on to him. He drags them with him. Lot of force in his run there as Maskell comes through from acting half-back, and Lucas takes him. Wigan moving up quickly. The stretch here in defence. The long one comes across. Edwards forces Medley back inside. And Kiss, like a man with 8 arms, wraps him up easily. Tonks coming back in the middle. Managed to get his pass in. Onto Crooks. Crooks puts the kick in. Byrne having to go back for it. Byrne picks it up cleanly. He's got Hampson going round his outside. Byrne tries to come down the middle. And his feet are taken from under him. Gregory inside. Wigan going to have to resort themselves out now as they get just over the halfway line. And Lucas wanting a short one, taking them on. Both second row men go at him to take him. Kiss onto Gildart. Gildart turning onto Edwards, switch of direction. Gregory holding it. Hampson's lost the ball. It shoots straight into Powell's eager arms. Wigan trying to come through on the burst, and it wasn't on. Morris has dropped it, the ball's still loose, and Wigan regain possession. Kiss to Gregory. Gregory onto Gildart. Gildart trying to batter his way through them. Heron hangs on to him with the help of Tonks. Onto Kane. Straight and hard. Turning, twisting, looking for forward. It's still got hold of it. And Wigan doing the run around again. And Edward decides he's going down the middle. Great run by Edwards. Looking for support on. Good way going for the line, and he's taken 10 yards out. Great run by Edwards. Edwards behind the play the ball to Hampson, and Hampson held just inside the field of play. Looks as if the referee's signalling 5 tackles have gone. As it comes out to Edwards, Edwards holding it, long one to Gregory. Gregory on to Hanley, and Hanley can't take it, and he drops it, and Crook says thank you. Leeds now, Wigan defence is thin as Leeds bring it away, and Russell comes in with a first-class tackle. Powell driving forward, gets out of a tackle, and Wigan following him, but this is great football. Both teams whipping the ball about as Jackson moves it inside. Crease is sent a long one onto Wilson, who runs into Gregory, and Gregory hangs on to him. Going on. Potter moves up quickly, and Tonks is down. Let's go. Crooks is going to kick. Hampson has it covered. Slips, gets up again, looking for support. He's twirled around and has to go down with the ball. Lucas now behind the play the ball. Strong running by Lucas. Can't get rid of it, has to die with it. Gregory wanting it from behind the play the ball. Dancing through from acting half-back. Caught in possession. Wigan ability and Sands that goes out to Edwards. Edwards holding it. Short pass. Wigan now trying to batter the way through in the shape of Potter. Kiss to Edwards. Edwards little kick. Edwards coming down the middle. Great run by Edwards. Nobody can get with him. Looking for support. Managed to get it on to Hanley. Hanley dummying. And Hanley's feet is still going strongly. Gets it past to Goodway. Goodway looking to get shot in the ball. He's still on his feet. Managed to get it out. And Wigan get him. The referee says it's a forward pass. Well, this is tremendous, fast stuff. Fast, fluid, furious football. As both teams are whipping the ball about all over the field. Wilson feeds, coming out to Wilson. Goodway's broken quickly from the scrum to take him. Creaser to Heron. Moving the ball across the field to Jackson. Hanley hangs on a bit, he gets his pass in. Schofield bringing Morris inside. Gill, Hanley's across to take him. Break from behind to play the ball, and Hanley covers back desperately. As now Leeds start to turn it on. A long pass comes out. Maskell does well to take it. On to Crooks. Crooks on to Creaser, and Creaser taken by Gregory. Crooks going through from acting half-back. Hoists a high ball. Ball's been knocked back. Heron trying to get his team moving as it goes on to Medley. Medley's caught. The referee signalling 5 tackles have gone. Jackson hoists another high one. Russell's under it, and he takes it beautifully. Under a lot of pressure, Gill's come to act in half-back. It was a bad play the ball, and Gill has to hang on to it. It was pushed back very slowly to him. Now Kiss coming over to act in half-back as Edwards at first pass. Moving along, one on to Gregory. Gregory holding an overhead pass to Hanley. Hanley looking back onto Gregory, who's gone on his outside. Gregory coming inside his foot, and he's lost the ball in the tackle. Referee saying out in the tackle after Gregory had gone down. So it's a penalty to Wigan. The crowd don't like it. Hampson 10 yards in from the touchline. Pushes Leeds back to the 25. Wigan will take the tap on the 25 line. As Kiss comes up with a lot of pressure from Wigan, Kiss decides he's going to play them on his own. Gains 5 yards of ground. Gregory up waiting for the play of the ball. Gregory on to Lucas, and he dropped it. He tries to come through on the burst. Wasted possession by Wigan. And Leeds now turning it into attack. Coming back into the middle. Strong run by Heron. Well smothered by Gildart, and he's penalised, and Hampson penalised for hanging on. Players dropping the ball, the tackling is so feared, and Crooks makes no mistake with that, gets it into touch, just inside Wigan half. Great game of football this, as Morris comes into the middle. Dies 10 yards outside the Wigan 25. Morris still gets up to the 25, having played the ball to himself. Maskell changing direction onto Powell. Powell going forward, and Wigan are going to have to make sure they put the on here, because Leeds are moving the ball well. Dummy from behind to play the ball onto Schofield. Schofield gets it, little overhead kick. Russell is back, takes it cleanly infield. Gains a valuable yard of ground. Wigan back near their own try line. Hampson up, misses it at the play of the ball. Referee signalling back to one as Gill comes over to act in half-back. 2 yards out from his own line. And he gets out of one tackle, gets out of another. And he's fought his way forward, a good 10 yards of ground. Now Russell trying to bring the ball away, doing the forwards work for them. Wigan having to fight to get away from this danger zone as Gregory puts a little overhead kick. Edwards is there, but he's not got it. And it's Wilson running it out, coming strongly onto it. The fullback, the Leeds fullback, trying to come up into the line out as it's moved out to the right. Crooks holding it. Crooks coming back into the middle. Throws the ball away. This should be Wigan's. Picked up by Hanley 5 yards out. Being held on his own try line, and Wigan once again having to fight away their own try line as Hampson comes up, drags his way forward 3 valuable yards. Kiss now, Kiss bringing it away well, and the referee said the Leeds kicked out, lashed out at the play of the ball. No player who's been penalised. A bit baffled about that, couldn't see who did it. He said a Wigan player kicked out, and so Leeds have a chance to go into the lead. It's an easy position. Well, this has been a fantastic game of football, really entertaining. Both sides played really good football. Wigan put on a long period of pressure, nothing to show for it, and now back in their own 25, struggling on their own try line, gave away a penalty while they were in possession of the ball. The referee signalling very vividly that a foot had lashed out. So Creaser now a chance to put Leeds in front. Clock showing the half hour. Lifts it high, and again he's missed. Well, Wigan are having a let-off from weak kicking by Creaser, kicking very badly this afternoon. 10 minutes to go to half-time as Hampson comes up, tries a long one. Wilson, the scrum half, runs into Gildart. Maskell to Crooks. Being chased by Gildart and Case. Maskell to Tonks going round the narrow side. Tonks proving a handful. Taking 3 Wigan players to get him, to halt him. They can't get him down. As Maskell switches it on to Powell. Powell trying to kick his way through the tackle. And there's a lot of power in this Leeds attack at the moment. Comes out to Wilson, takes it well. Wilson moving across to Heron. To Crease, and there's an overlap. Edwards is covering, takes him well. Jackson powered down the field. Ball's played back. Gurr inside to Crease, to Heron. Heron a long pass, stretching Wigan. Tonks dummying, turns it back inside. It's not a good pass. And there's a long lob pass, and they're keeping it moving as Hanley, and the ball's still squirting away as Schofield lets it go to Gurr. Gurr lobs it on to Morris. Morris back inside to Heron. Heron gets it out, and Edwards in quickly. And Leeds have lost a lot of ground. The referee says they're back to warm. It's been touched. Leeds pulling it on now as Heron gets it out to Crease. Crease going quickly. Gets it to Jackson. To Schofield on Heron along to Medley, make it dead. Well, the Lioners are certainly giving Wigan a lot to think about. Wigan defence has been very well organised, but it's under tremendous pressure at the moment. Leeds have had a lot of ball for the last tackles. Trapped outside the Wigan 25. Medley trying to come down the middle. Case hangs on. Maskell on to Tonks, and Tonks running powerfully, runs into Gregory. And Hanley doing a lot of good sound tackling. Comes to Wilson. Wilson on to Crooks. And there's a break, and Wigan are in trouble. As it goes out, Crease turns it inside, and the ball's thrown forward and over the line. And would scrum down 5 yards out. Well, Wigan was split wide open, and only a desperate last-ditch tackle forced Schofield to get rid of the ball, and he flung it forward. He had no options as he was being tackled, and it will be Gregory to feed the scrum. Kiss is knocked down, so we scrum down 5 yards out. Ball's coming out the Wigan side. It's stuck. Gregory gets a short pass on to Edwards, which is a bit dangerous, so near the line. To Hampson. Gill trying to bring it away. Still on his feet, fighting for every inch of ground as Leeds move on to him quickly. Gregory waiting behind the play. Gill up slowly, comes to Case. Case running across the field. Tackling well, Leeds are holding Wigan. Case out to Edwards. Edwards a little overhead kick. He's first up there, and he gets possession. Still going, a great clearing run by Edwards. Good ways up with him, the penalty to Wigan. Schofield penalised for not getting off him, and now he's opening his mouth. Well, that was a lovely clearing kick by Edwards. Regained possession. Hampson to kick on the Leeds left wing. He hoists high. Good kick by Hampson. Minutes to go to half-time. Scores level as Kiss comes up. Kiss decides he's going to take them on. Maskell bundles him down. Edwards waiting first pass. Holding it back to Gregory. Gregory on to Potter. Potter cleanly. And taken out. Kiss onto Gregory. Gregory holding it onto Goodway. He's dropped on again. Both sides knocked on. Wigan trying to move round the blind side of the field, round the narrow side. Goodway lost the ball, and then Leeds couldn't take advantage of it. But it'll be Wilson to put the ball in. 5 yards out from his own line. Feet are all over the place. Lucas having a job getting his head in. Referee trying to get the scrum straight, gets nowhere at all. Potter goes into him. Maskell moving it across. Will it on to Powell. Wigan going in hard into the tackle, working as a team, coming into Maskell. Long pass out. Wigan making sure he doesn't get rid of the ball this time. They wrap their arms around him. Maskell onto Tonks, who's so powerful, he's thrown a wild one, but it's Medrate on Edward. And Wigan take the lead right time. Great play by Hanley. Used his man well as a foil. Man pass out just at the vital second. Gill finished extremely well. Hard to ground. So Leeds look at the try again under a bit of pressure and an inaccurate switcher. But Wigan with position now, setting themselves up to try. As Leeds gave it to Wigan, and Wigan now are going to attack. Gildart getting good strong position and fast, accurate handling after that, with the elusive running of Hanley. Wigan moving it out, very quick pass from Edwards, and the beautiful dummy sets it up with a long wide pass out to Gill, and Gill's power as he flies for the line brings Wigan another excellent try. Two really class teams entertaining us this afternoon. Wigan without a recognised goal kicker. Russell comes up, stabs at it, and it looks long, and it's over. A great kick by Richard Russell. Few yards inside the touchline makes Wigan 12-6. Leeds on their own mid. Goes 6 points just before half time. Wigan would probably try to stitch this up now as we get into these last moments. The top of the tower showing 40 minutes gone. Hoists it to Gregory. Gregory inside to Hampson. Hampson running crossfield, straightens up, runs into the defence. Potter coming through from active, fights his way forward a good 10 yards. Edwards up for the play of the ball. Edwards changing direction onto Case. Wigan keeping it tight at the moment. Playing it safe. Zed to half back and emphasises he's on. Gets it on to Gildart. Gildart up to the halfway line. Edwards up quickly, waiting for the play of the ball. Long one to Gregory. Gregory to Hanley. Hanley holding it, dummying. As he's still on his feet, gets his pass in. Russell trying to beat his man, gets it on to Goodway. Goodway hands off one. Arms on to Gill, and Gill knocks on. He's been played on, but the referee said it was a forward pass. Well, Wigan made a good break there. Finally broke down with the last pass from Hampson. Balls into the pack, packs all over the place, but it's Leeds ball as the forwards sort themselves. Heron behind the ball, moving it across field, onto Creaser, good strong tackling as Wigan move field to take him. Lucas had gone across very quickly. Maskell now, onto Medley, Medley going in hard, Hanley and Edwards take him. Getting up slowly, they go round the narrow side, and this big donks, Wigan having a job putting him down, and eventually Lucas comes to force him down to the deck. Maskell stretching Wigan wide, and it's been dropped by Crooks. Wigan's put in, up against a lot of weight in the big strong pack. Leeds have turned out. Goes in, coming out Wigan side. Switch on to Hanley. Hanley going down the middle. Gets it on to Edwards. Edwards dancing and jinking. He's picked up and bounced down. To Potter. Potter out to Gregory. Gregory holding it. Gregory coming inside. The cover's there. There goes the hooter for the end of a great first half of rugby. A fascinating 40 minutes. The half-time score, Leeds 6, Wigan 12. Well tied with a point lead half-time. Well, in the second, we're in for 40 minutes. We'll to restart at the beginning of the second half. Wigan playing from right to left. Don't see substitutions on either side. Gale coming out with his right leg extremely heavily strapped up. Hampson to kick off for Wigan. Six points in it, Leeds 6, Wigan 12. The Halifax round and his touch judges holding the game up a little bit. Calling over, having a word with Maskell. Looks at his watch, waves us on. Coming into up to the try in the in-goal area. Leeds going to have to battle the way through. Wigan defence goes up to take them. 5 line, a good clearing run. Maskell side onto Tonk. Has to dive with the ball. Maskell again. Out to Powell. Strong. Out. Maskell again, up to Crooks, hoists the ball, into the Wigan 20, from Hampson, but needs to keep on kick. Hampson turns it outside the 25, Leeds playing with the wind this half, dangerous in his own 25, gets away from Tattle, field, taken from behind, and he's liking down and he's up. Kiss to Edwards. Edwards on to gets over the 5 line. In Arnold. Coming in half back. Referee signalling 5 tackles of good. Gregory comes up. Gregory to Edwards. Edwards moving the Wigan on the wing, on to Gale, coming inside, has support, Wigan turn, coming out, has Hamley with him, good way, go up to the line, he's going to make it, and he's over! A run by Wigan on the 6 tackle, from inside their own 25, and good way by the Bulls. And the surge down the right wing. Look at the rerun of that, you read some Wigan now. They declined to keep the ball moving. So Wigan move it out to the wing. Plenty of backing up on the inside. Turn back inside. It out. Has not here's a foil. Set the post. Easy. Makes 18-6. Wigan 8. After 4 minutes of the second. Seem to know whom to tackle. Wigan. He's worked very hard. what they're going to do about it. They're going to take the time, and they manage to get his pass in. Good way, side. Wigan a little bit too close together then. Bunch comes on to Case. Case, strong hand off, turning and twisting. Crooks hanging on to him. Case taking the tops with him. Switches Potter. Potter trying to make a break. Lets the ball go on. Oh, the ref give a knock on him. Wigan have it. That pass wasn't on. Tried to pick the ball. The Wilson defeat. Leading and Sankin comes out to Crease. Crease a long pass. Good strong run. Doesn't get away from Hampson, who knocks Schofield to Kerr coming half back, going in. His pass in. Hanley coming over. Take Jackson on the half line. Moving it inside. Crease hands in the take that by Gildart. Masco to Crooks. Carlson, that looked like a forward. Referee let it quickly. Leeds to it comes to Powell. Powell a short one. And good time by. Ball's played forward to himself, and the referee says have gone, so he's got to hand it over to Wigan. Gives it to himself, drives forward, being tackled. Lost the ball in the tackle, and Crooks has it. Wigan in possession as Masco moves it in. Pass from Will. Will behind the play, the ball to Irish covering a Gildart. Coming over from all over the down. In front. Moves are up in the air. Referee, they're having trouble with this. West and Tunks. Private little manoeuvring back there in the front row for positioning. Ball's in. Out to Greg. The scrum eventually on it. Edwards is coming over. Gregory gets Sole. Shot. Hampson. Hampson well taken by Wilson. On to Graham West. Graham West taking them with it. Up and down. His way. Edwards again coming through on his own. Puts a and he's nearly gets his pass on to Kent, making the break. His pass, ball's all over. Referee come to go. Pass it. Snuffed out. Back to one. Finally goes over to acting half back. Gets it on. Ross. Hanley dummying. The ball on. Case on to Gregory. Gregory down. Down the middle. Edwards with set for he's seen it. If only that had gone to hand. They were so nearly there. Final moment. Big back with them to get them straight. Wheeling over to the touch, coming out to Wigan. Going through. Coming. Session. Came quickly from the scrum. Acting wide. Over the door. He's right. Would you run? On to Gregory. Gregory throws a wide. said against the 20 this Irish middle